Part 1. White Clouds. Garland Moon. Mutiny in the Mist. When the warm winds blow from the sea to the south of Adrestia, residents of Fodlan know that the rainy season is upon them. Before the heavy rains take their toll, young women hurry to pick the last of the white roses. The ivory buds are woven into garlands and given as gifts to close friends or potential lovers.
Professor, I have a new mission for your students.
We have received reports that Lord Lonato has rallied troops against the Holy Church of Seros.
Lord Lonato is a minor lord of the kingdom. He's been showing hostility toward the church for some time now.
A vanguard unit from the Knights of Seros is already on its way to his stronghold, Castle Gaspar. Lord Lonato's army is nothing compared to the Knights. It is quite possible the rebellion has already been suppressed.
Even so, I would like for your class to travel with the Knights' rear guard to deal with the aftermath.
War zones are unpredictable. We do not expect you will have cause to battle, but be prepared for the worst.
Excuse me. You sent for me, Lady Rhea?
This is Catherine. She will be leading the Knights whom you will be accompanying.
Nice to meet you. We've heard a lot about you. If you need anything, just ask.
She is one of our bravest knights, and that is no small feat. Only an exceptional few have what it takes to join the Knights of Seros. This mission should prove useful in demonstrating to the students how foolish it would be to ever turn their blades on the Church.
Thank you so much.
You have spent quite some time in here, engaging in such idle chatter. Do you not know that we have not a moment left to waste? You must try harder from now on.
Do you have some need of me? I assure you, I am busier than I may seem. You would argue the point? Do you claim to have a view inside my mind? Yes, I thought not. I'm doing strenuous mental exercises. My magical theories require rigorous fine-tuning. I shall never finish this task if I am not left to my own devices. Run along now. I have a small request.
Come to think of it.
Even within the Knights of Saros, Catherine is the strongest, by a large margin from what I've gathered. Why not seek her out as a sparring partner, Professor?
I have a favor to ask.
Something about this situation doesn't feel right. Why would a minor lord raise an army against a foe he cannot possibly hope to defeat?
Hello.
Huh? Is someone there? What do you want?
The plants of Fodlan are different ones than in Bridget. And people here are unknowing of the spirits who watch over the earth and bless it. Only the goddess is known. Is that factual? Inspirational.
What? I desired fresh air. True. I have a favor to ask.
Right.
Yep. What do you require?
Do you want to hire this battalion? We'll do. Do you want to hire? Do you want to hire this? Do you want to hire this? Do you want to hire this?
We've got you.
Do you want to hire this?
Thank you.
In the battalion, we're allowed to hide natural. If you visit...
Deep Abyss? You're interested in that place, are you? Ancient sprawling remains deep below Garrick Mach. That's Abyss. Some folks have made their home there. Obviously, they all have their reasons and tales to tell. But only the most enterprising merchant would venture near it. My advice, avoid going there yourself. Hey, Professor. Fancy meeting you here. I've got a business, I've got something I want to chat with you about. I know you're busy with a lot of things, but I was wondering if I might be able to join you. Heck, I won't even charge you for my aid. What say you? It's a killer deal. Thank you. Now I'll have plenty of time to get to know my clients better. A merchant needs to know the inner workings of everyone they come in contact with. Helps with the making of the monies, you know.
Welcome. This one? Thank you. This one? Thank you. This one? Thank you. Please come again.
What do you require?
Do you want to?
Great to meet.
Farewell.
Sir, Professor.
Interesting. Professor, I feel I must speak to you about Caspar's eating habits. I've never seen the like of it. He inhales entire plates of food in mere seconds. Hence my mentioning it to you. Good luck with him.
Ah, today's meal was delicious. Linhardt keeps bothering me about eating too fast. Says I'm gonna choke or something. Absolutely! I knew you'd see things my way.
Hello there.
I've heard whispers about Lord Lonato. They say he's a very kind and gentle lord. Why would such a kind man suddenly raise an army? Oh, Professor, you were working late last night, weren't you? You shouldn't overdo it. A ghost might rise up from the well to get you if you stay up too late. Or so I'm told. I have a favor to ask of you.
Hello. Professor, about this month's assignment. Raising an army against the church? Really? Though it looks like we won't be fighting, it's still quite unsettling. My understanding is that it will all be subdued rather quickly.
Goodness. My central duty as a noble is to protect the common folk. I abhor those like Lord Lonato, who deliberately shatter the peace. Utterly disgraceful. You have a kind soul, Professor. Now I feel a little sheepish for showing anger and not empathy. I apologize for my impetuousness.
I knew I could count on you.
Thank you so much for your help.
The Castle Gaspar, eh? I've been there once before, many years ago. It was by request of the son of that family, Christoph, I think it was. I have a request.
What? Did you hear? There's news of someone in the kingdom raising an army. The kingdom, the empire, the alliance. They do love a good war, don't they? Spilling the blood of young men and women. And for what? Just to enjoy the horror of it? Would you be so kind as to do me a favor? I simply must thank you, Professor.
Hey!
Thanks for your help.
Even with... Why not? How did you know...
Okay. Right.
That's, Hey, Professor. Do you happen to have any food on you? I'm starving. No matter how much I eat before I train, I'm always so hungry after. My muscles must be going through a growth spurt. Oh, hey! I can't believe I dropped this. Thanks for bringing it to me.
Yeah, that's definitely mine. You really saved me with this. I owe you one, Professor.
I'm sorry, but I must vent to someone, Professor. You're familiar with Manuela's slovenly behavior, yes? That woman! She borrowed a book last week and returned it with stains of unknown origin on the cover and several pages either folded or torn. Just now, she dropped a sandwich on the floor, picked it up, and kept eating. When she saw my shock, she said simply, 3-second rule. Ugh. I can't believe I left this behind. Thank you so much for retrieving it.
Delicious. After a scrumptious meal like that, I feel that I can really seize the day.
This is my favorite. I am rather happy you went out of your way to pick it, Professor.
To be honest, I felt a bit lost here at the monastery. At a loss for what to do. Thankfully, a sweet young girl reached out and offered her help. I believe she's Seth's little sister. Oh, that! I thought it was gone for good. How did you know it was mine?
Hello.
Wow. I'm studying here so I can be the best there is, just like Captain Gerald. Do you think I've got it in me to be a top-tier mercenary, Professor? I do. Though, it's about so much more than being rich. It's about honor. Oh, that's mine! Thanks so much for finding it.
With this idea, I may be able to get the one-up on Edelgard.
This again.
Hubert! I wish you would not sneak up on me like that.
Maybe you would be more perceptive if your mind were less burdened by sedition.
Sedition? Absurd. This is an important project.
Yes, I heard. A new way to prove how superior you are to Lady Edelgard. She is not your rival, Ferdinand. She is above you. A noble like you ought to know his place.
Anything is better than being a noble like you. Every time you open your mouth, it's Lady Edelgard this or Lady Edelgard that. Do you ever think for yourself? You follow her around like a pet. You spend all of your time fretting over her, and yet you never truly express an opinion of your own. Before you reprimand me, take a moment to consider your own failings.
Your nonsense is tiresome. so I hope this will be the last time I have to remind you. Lady Edelgard is the Imperial Princess. You are merely the Prime Minister's son.
Yes, I understand that. But my duty is to guide her, to give frank advice when she is on the wrong course of action. That is what I strive to do, always. Thus my devotion to surpass Edelgard, so that if she needs guidance, I will be prepared to give it. If you think it is tiresome to have a mind of your own, you will never be much of an advisor.
Does the river of filth pouring out of your mouth ever stop flowing? Your obsession with all things superficial is disgusting. It's no use. You're hopeless. I'll take my leave.
I have nothing more to say to you. Get out of here.
Professor! Well, hello, Professor. You came all the way to my room to... Oh. You've brought the materials from your lecture I slept through. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's rare for a nice professor like you to be so strict. Please, Professor, you must understand how difficult it is for me to fight the demon of drowsiness. Just talking about it makes me sleepy. That sounds more than a little exhausting. I think I'll stay in. I must compliment you, though. By this point in most conversations, I'm bored senseless. But I'm enjoying this. I wonder why. What is it about you that fascinates me so? You're definitely a strange one. In truth, your very nature is odd. You're definitely not a commoner, but you don't seem like a noble either. You're something else. Or you could be a villain who came here to enact some evil plot. That wouldn't surprise me either. Hey, Professor, will you ever allow me to investigate that crest of yours? It won't hurt a bit, I swear. I'm sure I could find out all sorts of things about your crest. And you. Of course, I'm not as experienced with such research as Professor Hanneman, but I do what I can. Someday, I think I might like to become a crest scholar. You never know. Oh, don't trouble yourself. I didn't mean now. I've got a lot of other research I'm working on at the moment. I tend to start a project, get bored, and then leave it be. I might be ready to investigate your crest soon. I'd have to tidy up a bit first. On that note, good night, Professor. What about...
Hey!
Teacher. Hello, Professor. May I speak with you? You seem to hold Edelgard in high esteem. That is my impression, at least. She is certainly talented. No doubt about that. But I wonder, what is your opinion of me? I am quite talented too, am I not? Be honest. Do not hold back. Pretend that I am just a regular person, not the scion of a noble house. You think she is better than me? I was just being modest before. Honestly, I have always prided myself on being superior to Edelgard. But evidently that is not your perspective. I suppose there is only one thing to do. I must demonstrate my excellence. Nonsense! You have entirely underestimated my abilities. You think I could ignore such a slight upon my honor? Not likely. Come, Professor! We will begin with battle. Edelgard's skills in combat are no match for mine. I heard that just the other day, she defeated a demonic beast without assistance. Well, anything Edelgard can do, I can do better. And in half the time. Professor, you can be my eyewitness and timekeeper. Here we go! 2 at once? That's... well, it will be fine. I can't do it. It seems you have saved my life. Thank you, Professor.
How long? It's...
May I be asking a question? You have great wisdom.
Professor?
Thanks a million.
Thank you.
Let's get it
with the... It is done. Seems simple enough.
I've grasped it. I work to grow.